Hey everybody, Monty's back. So welcome back for SPV Math Pre-Calculus, the honors level. We're on week 30, April 26th. So we had spring break and then we took a week off to try to get situated, get back in the swing of things, and now we got to get back to some online math. Remember that in this particular class we have an actual teams where we have pre-calculus. Every week I post the video, and if you need one of the older videos, you just click on the stream channel. Okay, let's get started. First we got to find the internet, we got to find Spokane Public Schools, find digital tools, find our Clever, find our Blackboard, and we'll scroll down to find Honors Precalculus. Boom. Now in the announcements I post every week that video, so you can also see it here, and when we put a YouTube video in Blackboard it works, so that might be helpful also. Alright, coursework, we're still wrapping up the trigonometry. Then what I would like you to do is think about, do I need to focus on vectors, systems, probability, or calculus? The last month we're going to focus on calculus. We want you to be ready for calculus next year. So for sure we're going to do this. The next couple 3 weeks are kind of up to you. We're going to wrap up the analytical trigonometry today with this video, and then I'll show you kind of what I did in unit 6, 7, and 8. So let's head on over to, it's not there. Math Excel, sign in. Okay, so we're signing in to Math Excel, and under Math Excel let's find our pre-calculus. Boom. Okay, now you'll notice all these assignments. Okay, we're obviously not going to get all these assignments done. The most important ones are right here. Okay, in the month of May and June we're going to focus on calculus for next year, so that the terminology and the basic foundation for what we do in calculus has been laid. Alright, now I only assigned one of these, a couple of these, and a couple of these. Okay, feel free to do those over the next 2 or 3 weeks just to kind of remember, oh yeah, in Algebra 2 that's what we did, in Algebra 2 that's what we did. Oh wow, in systems there's such a thing as called the matrix, which is a calculator method of solving simultaneous equations. Okay, alright, so let's go to homework and tests. And right now we've been moving through all these trig identities, and then the law of sines and the law of cosines. Okay, now again, remember, just one assignment if you want to see what it's about in the quiz. One assignment, that's all there is there. So that's Unit 6. Unit 7, systems of equations, right, where X marks the spot, where you have multiple equations and we try to find optimizations. And matrix, I will make sure that there's no prerequisites for those. I'll get rid of those flags. Okay, but this is where we're going to finish the year, is down here. Those are the most important ones. Okay, so let's go back and law of sines and cosines. Hopefully you all got the cheat sheet for law of sines and the law of cosines in the mail. Okay, and just remind yourself about trig identities. Alright, so let's click on law of sines and we'll do one. We did question 1 last time. Let's go to question 3. See if we can figure it out. Solve the triangle 39, 94. Okay, ABC. So let's pull this up. And we'll move my head. Draw a triangle. Now I'm not going to draw it to scale. I'm just going to go ABC. Big A, big B, big C. A is 39 degrees. C, 94 degrees. Little c is 45. We want this angle, okay, big B, okay, and then we call that little b and we call that little a. So when we have this relationship across from each other, we know we're going to use the law of sines. And the law of sines says, since we're looking for an angle measure, angle B, well, angle B is easy, hold on. Angle B, A plus B plus C equals 180. We know A is 39, we know B is a question mark, we know C is 94, 180. 100 and, let's see, 33, 3 carry the 13, carry the 1, 133 equals 180, question mark plus that, so minus 133 minus 133. So angle B equals 47 degrees. Well, let's go in here and type that in real quick. 47. Okay, fantastico. Now we need A. Okay, so A is going to be right here. All right. So now we know using the law of sines, 45, side 45 is to the sine of 94 as A is to the sine of 39. Okay, that's the law of sines. And the law of sines is a relationship. Side A, angle A, side B, angle B, side C, angle C. Those relationships have to be equal in all triangles. So now we'll cross multiply. That times that, that times that, and we get 45 times sine 39 is equal to A sine 94. Well, we know that sine 94 is just a number. So we undo the multiplication by dividing both sides by the sine of 94. We're happy when we do that because sine of 94 divided by sine of 94, anything divided by itself is 1, leaving us with A equals, grab a calculator, 45 sine 39 over sine 94. Grab your calculator. Always make sure that you're in degrees. So we'll turn it on. Mode, degree, 45 sine 39 close equals divided by sine 94 equals 28,388. 28.388. Round to the nearest tenth. 28 to the nearest tenth. 4. 28.4. Keep our fingers crossed. 28.4. All right. B. Side B. Okay, so now this was 28.4. Now we got to do it again. I always use the same relationship that we started with as the key. And we want to find B. So this one, we know angle B. Okay? So now 45 goes to the sine 94 as B goes to the sine of 47. I didn't write that in there. That's a 47. We calculated that. Okay? Cross multiply. We'll have 45 sine 47 equals b sine 94. Divide both sides by the sine of 94. We're happy because sine of 94 divided by the sine of 94 is 1. Put that in a calculator. (45) sine 47 close divide by sine 94 close. Yep, 3299. Keep our fingers crossed to the nearest 10. 3299. 33.0. Good. All right. So that was law of sines. Let's do a law of cosines. So we've done one of those this week. And there's no review, no final. So let's go to question 3. Okay. All right. So 5798.9, and the law of sines is, so draw that out, law of cosines, okay? Law of cosines, again, was Pythagoras with a fudge factor, okay, because they're not right triangles. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but the fudge factor because we don't have a 90-degree angle, okay? So let's move that up. Let's draw our triangle. A, B, C, where little a is 5, little c is 7, angle B 98.9. And the law of cosines relates to side, angle, side, okay? And what I mean by that is side, angle, side, okay? So now when we do it this way, that means this is what we're looking for, okay? So b squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2a, b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine angle b. All right, so now just plug it in. B squared is equal to 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 5 times 7 times the cosine 98.9. Now use the calculator. I always warn students to go slow and do a piece at a time, because if you type this all at once you can make lots of mistakes. 35 times 2 is 70 cosine 98.9. Let's do this first. 70 cosine 98.9, negative 10.830, negative 10, negative 10.8382, 8297. And we got a minus. So this whole thing was negative, and it's minus. And we can put those together to get 74. So minus a minus is a plus. Then another step that students tend to forget is it's b squared, b squared, b squared. So we put that together, then we got to take the square root of both sides. So b is equal to the square root of 84.8297. Let's go times -1 plus 74. Take the square root of both sides. 9.21. So 9.21. Okay, so now B is 9.21. A, okay, we got to find the two measurements, the two angles, okay? Alright, so now we got to use the law of sines, okay? So again, you can tell these problems take time. So now we have this new triangle, 98.9, 9.21, 7, 5. So we start here, and we want this and this. There's our A, there's our C. Let's just do A first, okay? Sine 98.9 goes to side 9.21 as sine of A goes to 5. Okay, cross multiply. 5 sine 98.9 equals 9.21. Messed up, didn't I? Let's just rewrite that. 5 sine 98.9 equals 9.21 sine of A. Okay? Divide both sides by 9.21. 9.21. So let's do that math first. 5 sine 98.9 divide by 9.21. 0.99316 9316 equals the sine of A. But to get in here, we need to take the inverse sign, the arc sign. So the sine of -1, the inverse sign, the arc sign of that will give us the angle measure. And to do that, remember we're going to go second sine 0.931619 close equals 68.69. 68.69 to the nearest 10. 6869. We're going to type 68.7. So that's 68.7. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180. 180 minus 68.7 minus 98.9. 180 minus 16, carry the 1, 17, carry the 1, 160. 12.4. Let's try calculator. We don't want to make a mistake. $180 minus 68.7 minus 98.9. 12.4, 12.4. Good. So now 12.4. Okay. So B is 9.21. And here as follows. There's only one possible solution. I'm going to try that 1.21. A 68.7. And I'm taking a chance this isn't one of those ambiguous cases. 12.4. Use the law of sine, law of cosines. Okay. So, as you can tell, we're at 20 minutes. Let's just see what the answer was supposed to be. See how far off I am. Okay. Correct answer. So 9.2. Okay, so I'm off on both of the law of sines. All right. So you can see how easy it is to make a mistake on the law of cosines. Hopefully you have a great week. Reach out. That's why we're not trying to get volume done, okay? Because to redo this would probably take another 10 minutes. So have a great week. Reach out if I can help you. Bye.